Let's get right into your readings. Okay, let's see what's going. Let's see what's going. Okay. I'm going to use these cards first. Let's make sure I got this on mute. Let's go. Let's use these cards first. Let's see what's going on in this energy right now. It's a lot. It's a lot. But you good. You good. It's a lot, but you good. So let's go. Let's get some of these cards right here. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to use these cards first because I barely ever use these cards. So let's go. Let's see what's going on. What is these cards? We have, what's this? Truth seeker. So you could be a truth seeker. Okay. All right. We have bully, tormentor. So somebody, you could be seeking the truth about a bully, a tormentor. Okay. Somebody could be a tormentor. Somebody loves to torment people. Wasn't I talking about that earlier today? We have political brainwashing. It could be a bully that's out here trying to brainwash somebody. And then we have leadership. They can see that you're a leader, but you could be a truth seeker about a tormentor that's trying to brainwash people, and because of leadership, try to gain leadership or something like that. Maybe over you, over your life. They try to gain leadership over you, your life. Is a bully, a tormentor that be watching you constantly. Could be watching you with binoculars. Could be somewhere watching you with binoculars. Would not surprise me one bit. Child. Give me some more. Give me some more of these cards. We have government. So it will be the government bullying you along with other people. We have murder. There we go again. Murder. Trying to murder you along with other people, being a bully in your life, brainwashing people. And then we have oppressor. Depression. Put you under oppression. Okay? So that's why they bully. Oppression, depression, something about leadership. It got something to do with the crown. Could have something to do with your gifts, your crown chakra, what you know. A loved one. You could have a loss of a loved one. Macedonian says, due to the government tormenting you. That was a way of the government tormenting you, or these people trying to torment you. Hey, it's coming out. Don't ask me. It is what it is. So somebody wants you oppressed so bad, they could have used somebody in government to help them torment you, bully you, murder. And they committed a murder of a loved one, okay, to get you oppressed. So you can be quiet, So you can be quiet, shut up, basically. Let us just keep brainwashing you, other people around you. We're going to continue to bully you until we murder you, murder a loved one to keep you oppressed. Okay? There we go. I know. Get you depressed or oppress you. Oppression. Poison. It says poison on there. So you could have been murdered like poison. It's coming out even in these damn cards, man. Torture. So you had a bully, and it says tormentor, torture. Bully, along with the government, trying to torture you, to unalive you, and torture was get rid of a loved one to oppress you, so you could be okay. Crazy. Or they was planning to torture you, like, you know, do something like this, you know, your mouth, pull your teeth, do all this type of shit like that. We'll torture them. That was that. Give me some more. Addiction. They can have addictions. The government, the people that was helping the government could have addictions. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing weird shit like this, you tormenting people, you to torment somebody, like pull your teeth out. I'm seeing, like, pull your teeth out, do different shit like that. Oppress you. They wanted to oppress you because they wanted you to be quiet, social. Okay. Give me some more of these. We have royalty, and it's because of royalty. You belong to royalty, so they want to oppress you, keep your mouth shut. We don't want nobody to know that you're royalty, you know. Yep. We don't want nobody to know royalty. Oh, if you don't want to be quiet, then you know what? We're going to kill one of your loved ones. Yeah, that's part of torture. That's part of bullying. Somehow, the industry, okay, could have something to do with this. The industry can know that you're royalty. Wisdom keeper. You're a wisdom keeper. That's why they need to oppress you, for you to be quiet, because you have hidden knowledge. Okay? You the owl. You the owl. Basically, you see the prey at night. Whatever, just read up what owl does. And nature worship. They don't like that you nature high. They don't like that you worship nature. Like, that's weird. Like, why hear that? But they use nature to, you know, print them. You use nature to print them funds out, though, don't you? But you scared of that worship nature? That's weird. But you use nature to print funds. I know that's right. It's crazy. Have fire disaster. That's why all these fire disasters was happening, because they came for a royal bloodline. They are waking the ancestors. That's like a volcano. It's like hell on earth. Basically what it is. If you think about hell on earth, a volcano can spur out and burn up a lot of houses and shit like that. That's like hell. If you look at it, okay? And this is enslavement. Somebody thought you was a slave, or they was going to slave a royal bloodline. This ain't nothing new. They did it a long time ago. So somebody wanted you enslavement. What's this? Work slave. But you would want you to be a work slave for them. And concubine. And emancipated slave. They wanted you to be an emancipated slave. This ain't nothing new. This is why all these things is happening. These natural disasters. You came for a wisdom keeper, royal bloodline. Let's keep that shit right. Get it right. Yup. Get it right. Get it tight. Get it right. Get it tight. Yeah. This is nothing new, though. They do this every dynasty. You got to become a slave if you got royal blood. So they try this dynasty. They're doing the same thing over and over again, this cycle. Okay. Group living. It could be something about group living, tribe, your vibe. You know, they don't want you to get towards your tribe, your royal priesthood. They don't want your royal priesthood to see you, talk to you. They're trying to keep this hidden. They need you to be a slave. It's like Joseph. Royal bloodline being sold out to these motherfuckers right here. Okay, and then we got wealth. So it could have something to do with wealth. Never want you to find out about this wealth. Okay, for your royal bloodline. It could be that. They don't want you to find out about this royal bloodline that you belong to. Okay? Type of royal bloodline. Hold up. That you belong to that has wealth. That's why they never want you to get with your tribes. Enslave you before you get to your tribe. your vibe. Somebody is on high vibrations, like yourself, that has the bloodline. Wisdom keeper. And you got activation of wisdom. Like, be even more activated when you're around your tribe, your vibe. They know that. So they're trying to suppress that. They're trying to oppress that. And you know what? And you know what I'm getting? What's that man name that just was assassinated? I don't know why I'm picking it up, but I'm picking up like they the chosen ones. What will happen if you don't be? They came for chosen ones. We have so the hammer coming down. They don't have nothing to say about this. They ain't gonna be able to say nothing after a while. Flood, fire, volcano, fire disaster, floods. They know the lifetime, surprise. Okay, and then we have peacemaker, peace, or you can be a peacemaker. Okay, by your light, using your light, and then true love. So you got true love, another royal person supposed to be coming in, okay, and then it's children, and then you're supposed to have a child, divine child together, and then city dweller, okay, social light, working class, innkeeper, and then beauty, town beauty, feminine, fatale, with the parents. So that's what they want, prostitute. They want you to struggle with a slave. They want you to struggle with your parents' accomplishment. Accomplished. There we go. It's a secret society. Secret society, Freemason, other, Camoria, and Restoria. So this is a secret society doing this. They need to make you impoverished. They need to, I said this earlier, you're a wisdom keeper. They need you to be quiet, torment you. They need to get you enslaved because they know you got off the wealth. And they don't want you to wake up your tribe for y'all to be together so that, you'll get your wealth. Okay? Man or woman, town beauty, handsome, whatever, feminine, fatale, struggles with your parents to the point where you're unrecognized as far as you being a royal bloodline. They need you to struggle with parents. That's why we be talking about self-care. Keep yourself up all the time. Situation you're going through. When you're part of a royal bloodline, you keep your fucking self up. Especially when you tap in. Okay, when you do tap in, divine or your ancestors are gonna tell you everything. Like when back in ancient days, you're gonna pick up what they used to do to keep their health and everything up to par. Okay, then we got accomplishment. This is what you're about to accomplish. This you're an achiever, celebrity. You're about to be a celebrity, and this is what you're about to accomplish. And they're mad. Ticking time bomb. You know what I'm saying? Destroyer. They want to destroy this accomplishment. Oh, they do this dynasty. I don't feel as though they're gonna do it. As though they're gonna do it. No, it's not gonna happen. No, and you got athlete. This is not gonna happen. Doing this because they're still what I'm getting. They are stealing your wealth. Okay, charity. They see you as a charity case. Like you're not supposed to breadcrumb off your own shit. That's why they trying to get rid of you because they want to be able to breadcrumb you. They want you to be working class. You need to be a part of this working class. even though we're behind the scenes stealing from this royal bloodline, beneficiary, good Samaritan. This, working class, even though we're spending your wealth, you're supposed to have big wealth because of your bloodline, but we're going to steal this from you. Working class, that's like enslavement. If you think about it, I'm saying what I'm saying. If you know you're supposed to have this wealth because you're part of a royal bloodline, you're supposed to live, yet still they living off your wealth, okay? You the beneficiary of this wealth. They're living off your wealth. They want you to go to work. They want to enslave you. Don't that sound like Moses? Don't that sound like Moses? And this is why all these natural disasters is happening. And they need you to be silent because the law, judge, whatever. I don't know why I got Supreme Court. So when it got government, the Supreme Court could be Freemasons. You the beneficiary of this shit. Look, I'm going to show you this. Dark magic, and they've been doing dark magic on you too, or sending people to do dark magic. Where does this cult come from? The Freemasons. Yeah. This is where this double cult come from. And then you got air disaster. This is why they're getting fires, floods, disasters, and asteroids, and all this other shit, tornadoes. This is why this shit is happening. And they know it. That's why they trying to, unalive you. Or it says murder. This could have been a court order from the devil himself. I'm going to put that up there. This could have been a court order when you first was born about your wealth. Because when you're a newborn, you can't go to court about your wealth, right? You know who you are. That's why it's a big fight about your wealth. Astral experiences. You can be having astral experience, out of experiences. That's probably another thing they don't want you to have. Look at her walking up the steps of royalty. You could be seeing like your ancestors, or you could be seeing that you bloodline. You could be seeing your royal ancestors. I know I told y'all that sitting outside in the back when the house get fixed. I was sitting out in the back, and my mom and this other lady was sitting there, and I was like, guess what I just saw? And it was like, what I just saw in the spirit. I just saw a lady standing on a dirt road. I just saw a lady standing. She had a wrap on her head. She had a long on, and there was two men standing beside her. One standing over here, one standing over here, and they had a plate in their hand that was covered with napkins, and they was like standing there in the middle of the road, dirt road, like looking at me like they was waiting, like, but you could see dust flying up and shit while they was standing in the middle of the road, and the lady was just sitting there with the napkin, on the plate, like waiting, like she was sitting there waiting, and they was waiting. So like getting closer and closer, because the way it was like they was waiting for somebody to come up the road. They were just standing there, and a man on this side, a man on this side. She was in the middle. Well, she was holding the plate, but the man was like this with white gloves on. They had black and white on, and they were just standing there with the white gloves on, just sitting there waiting. Okay. Ice age, ice disaster. They're getting a lot of disasters, but they just won't stop. Okay, they won't stop. That is exposed swindler. They about to get exposed for being a swindler of your wealth. That's why they be taking all these people out. Ascendant, hermit, Buddhist. That's what you are. That's what some of your ancestors are. That's where you're getting these uploads from. You can have high priest, or Buddhism, or whatever in your family, on part of your bloodline. Yeah. And they're giving you all the information that you need, and that's what they're afraid of. War. That's why they causing war against you. Like, you don't even know before you find out. That's basically what it is. Why you causing war against children? They do this anyway. Why you causing war against a child from birth all the way up, causing war in somebody's life because some wealth that belonged to them? That's what I'm saying right there. Here we go. Rise of civilization. That you was a part of the rise of a new generation, civilization. They don't want to be put out. They don't want to be put out of the job. This is the rise of civilization. Them being exposed, you being a Buddhist or whatever, nature worship, whatever. They don't want that to happen. And then we got magician, dancer, actor. Okay, this could be somebody that's part of the rise of civilization with different music. This is the rise of civilization, different music, musicians, artists, writer, whatever. You know, they don't want this to happen. They want the shit to stay the same. Don't you know shit gotta change? Shit can't stay the same. And I just believe, I don't know why I'm seeing this with that man when he was a whistleblower, whatever he was doing. I just believe that was a attempt like to oppress the people that's gonna speak up. See what happens when you speak up? We do this all the time. Something like that. Buried. Okay? House fire. Prosecution. This is their way of prosecuting you. They do all types of shit. Especially when you got gifts, actor, entertainer. They cause all types of havoc. These are these people right here. You know who I said? Servant. You supposed to be their servant. But how the fuck? They don't want to be a servant. That's what I'm getting. The rise of civilization. They don't want to have to turn around and be your servant. Ain't that something? They don't want to have to turn around and be your servant. It's the other around. If you're part of a royal bloodline and they set up there and stole yourself, okay, warrior. It says warrior. They don't want you to fight for your shit. They just want you to oppress you. You're going to be enslaved. You're going to be their servant. That's the way they see you. But how? Sexual assault. They'll even commit sexual assault. They'll commit sexual assault on you. You think this ain't being ran? Come on now. But all this ain't arranged. For some reason, you be wondering why all this shit just be happening. No, this is arranged. All this shit is arranged. And then we got Casanova, alternative sexuality. Alternative sexuality is the LGBT community. I just believe that's just some spiritual shit right there. That's just my opinion. That's some shit to get you to, get up on your royalty, basically. I don't care what nobody say. I believe that's like some shit. If you ever read Greek mythology, if you ever read the Greek book, you know how this shit started, whatever, and what it was meant for is to attack a demon. Go look it up. If you get involved in shit like it's sodomy, that's what it is. It's sodomy. Meaning, go read what sodomy means. It's to attack. So, I ain't say it. It's there. I'm telling you. Go read it for yourself. Greek mythology. We have poverty. I told you. They want you in poverty. Didn't I read this earlier? They need you in poverty. They need you not to ever awaken. They need you in poverty. If you're in poverty and you never can rise a new civilization. Everybody together that has this royal bloodline that's supposed to have their wealth, they're going to give you your wealth. They ain't going to just turn around and just hit here. You work, You're going to be enslaved. It's the same fucking thing. Why do you think Yahshua metaphors? Why do you think Yahshua got mad at the tax collectors? Because you're sitting up there taxing people like servants. You know what I'm saying? When they part of this royal bloodline. They're not supposed to be paying you. You're supposed to be paying them. Pay attention. Pay attention. Sanity. That's why they be having people lose their mind. That's why they do the MK Ultra. Why? Think about why did they start MK Ultra? Jim Crow, 1973. Unity. Why they stop it? Why they started it? To drive you the fuck crazy. So you can never awaken. You will never worry about this wealth. They hand you government cheese and shit like that to keep you happy. Here's some peanut butter, some government cheese, some food stamps. That's part of your wealth. So you ever ask for we can say we paid you. We gave you your wealth. We gave you your wealth. Let's add up all the years computerized. Let's add up all the years that gave you food stamps. Let's add up all the years we gave you public housing. Add up all those years. We paid you. That's the trick of the devil. We gave you your wealth. What are you talking about? You lived off of us. What are you talking about? You need to go work. That's what you need to go do. We know we're using your wealth for all these dynasties, all these centuries, but you need to go work. And you need to be quiet while you do so. Or let me show you what I can do to you, your family. Because the wealth that we have, and that's another thing why these things are going on. And they don't realize it. You're using our money, taxpayers' money or whatever, or our wealth from our bloodline to take us out. You're using our ancestors' money basically to cause havoc in our lives. And these are our ancestors. Ancestors not happy. And they know it. And they know it. And long ass time to pass judgment on the chosen generation. You've been doing this for a long ass time. Being the devil at the top of the motherfucking food chain, may I say. On this a long time. They've been past this judgment when they found out your DNA. Let's go find them. Where they at? They know where you at. If you're born at a hospital, you write your address down. They know exactly where you at. They know your family. They know all that shit. The next thing you know, where this coming from? Why son these bills all high? Why? They making sure you get impoverished. They making sure that shit. You think these motherfuckers ain't playing behind the background. And then they follow you to everywhere you go and hire people to fuck with you. They hire them crackheads in your hood. Don't be the first one they go for. They'll do it. They need crack. Why you think the crack epidemic came up? Why you think that came up? Those are people they could pay to be their puppets. I'm your puppet. I'm your puppet. Yeah, exactly. What's this? Insanity. Didn't I tell you? All set up. It's all a setup, a plot setup. Send you crazy. Why even come up with gang stalking? Why even? What was the purpose of that? Why was it needed? Why was crack needed? Why in the hood first? Exactly. Because that's where all the royalties is. They don't even realize it yet. Like Harriet Tubman said at the end of her journey, I would have saved 1,000 more if they knew they were slaves. Point fucking blank. And then we have rival living, pleasant, farmer, hard. While they living good off your shit, they got farmers, they got all these motherfuckers paid off. They giving all these farmers this money and then go ahead and poison it, the food, later on. We need to take as many as them out for before they wake up. They do it to everybody. And I believe that was fucking they just use him as a scapegoat. They use him as a, experiment. Like, yeah, this should put motherfuckers in fear. Shut up. Do you see what we do time and time after time? When you get too close to exposing us to the realization, do you see what we do to people? We can send people in to attack you. We can send people to brainwash you and others. We can send people to sexual harassment. We can send people to sexual assault. We can do all this. We can put brick in the middle of a place when there's a riot. We just set them there. And one of these heathens is going to look at the brick and like, how all them bricks get there? Let's go tear up somebody's business. Y'all remember that? What riot was that? What riot was that they started that shit? What riot was that? Was that George Floyd riot? I don't know if that was a George Floyd. Bricks was just showing up. Piles of bricks was just showing up. Y'all better pay attention. Magical beings. Sorcerers, whatever they want to call it. Alchemists, okay? Illusionists. That's what they was doing. Magic. Sorcerers. They sorcerers. Devil. Magic. They do magic. What I put on my community board? USA, the land of hoodoo. They took your shit and turned it against you. That shit. They turned this shit against you. This your shit. They alchemized it a little bit more. They put more to it though. That's what I'm saying. Your shit wasn't of the devil. Yours was with the K. You see how I got the K right here? Yours was with the K. Manifesting. They turned that shit around. Poverty. Ain't pay attention, did you? The shit we used to do in our land, ancestors used to turn that shit into manifestations. They switched that shit around, added some other shit in it, all implementing in it. How can we turn this shit to poverty? They magic. Martyr, fisherman, pirate, a thief. A pirate is a thief. Explorer. Who discovered the land? I mean, like, come on. When the land was already discovered from created, you see them brainwashing the magic. You see what I'm saying? I took a ship and I discovered the land. I discovered the whole land. I discovered this shit. How wasn't it discovered before? Who put it here? How did you discover it? Christopher Columbus? You know he was one of these. That was magic. The whole damn time, that's what was being used. Magic. How did you discover this and it was already discovered? Because you're traveling in it, right? You're exploring in it, right? So how did you discover it when it was already here? That's a part of magic. Y'all better pay attention, man. And then once they see you not brainwashed, I'm telling you, they come for you. Or they already know you probably one of the people that's going to be the rise of civilization. I just got, what's that movie? Terminator. You know how they sent somebody from the future? They already knew the future. They sent somebody like, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. Future. I'm from the future. I'm trying to tell you what's about to happen. The baby you carrying. They're about that rise of civilization. It's about to be a rise of civilization. Your baby is the divine being that's going to be the rise of civilization. So they're sending somebody else to take them out. You gotta pay attention. They're sending somebody. I'm warning you before they come and assassinate. They don't care if you're pregnant. They don't care none of that. It's always a warning before destruction. That's what I get out of that. I'm just here to let you know I'm from the future. Out supposed to be a civilization, but they, as well as me, to protect you. They don't want this rise of civilization to happen. But they protect you. They don't want the rise of civilizations. Basically, let's do this because I got time for it. Let's go. Pay attention. Do y'all pay attention to that? And it's still going on now. You got seers that do movies too. How they come up with this? Dreams, whatever, just as well as horror. Look how they do Michael Myers. Look how they do Jason. They don't never talk. They stay hidden. But they pray, don't they? That's telling you like silence is golden. And they stay hidden. But you the mark. And they always get their mark. Not all the time though. It's always one that always beat them in the end and is able to take them out. Do y'all pay attention to that too? It's always one that survived and able to take them out. There's a sign right there. I'm trying to tell you. I pay attention to all that shit. Like the fifth element, you know, about the earth, air, fire, water. The alien that had something within her. Music, you know, she did music, but it was whatever it was implanted in her, you know. And then it's something about the boxes, opening earth, air, fire, water, spirit, you know. Y'all gotta pay attention to this. Go rewatch these movies over with Tina Turner. Go watch all these movies. Go watch them all over again and just like really watch it. Take notes. These people are seers. The people that come like, I am, what is it? I am 7. I am number 7. Shit like that. I am number 4. I am number 7. Shit like that. I am, you know, don't pay attention. I'll be paying attention to all that shit. I'm like, wow. You do magic with the K. They do magic with the C. This is the land of hoodoo. They just switch your shit up to poverty. Your shit is about magic. They switch that shit up like they did a whole sweep to the community. That's why the community look like it look. Desolate. And then turn around and say, we helping you. Anybody with blind, not with a blind eye, see that. Look at Detroit. That's crazy. I paid attention to that shit when I was small. I'm like, community was good. Where I like nice homes, shit like little community and shit like that, nice community. But then once the 80s came, what the man? You looking, you going to everybody's household and you looking like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like drugs and drinking and partying and people just going down and argument and like what the fuck? Families breaking up over drugs. Men don't want to take care of kids no more, walking out on the mamas. I mean, what the fuck is going on? Once the 80s hit, that's how. But the Jim Crow shit started in 1973. So if you was born during that area, you know. You seen it. We was good. Then all of a sudden when the 80s came, the crack epidemic, as they call it, the epidemic. Families destroyed, just like us, you know, have it. And motherfuckers would sit back there smoking their cigars like, you'll never get to that wealth. Try it. We got you now. You'll never get to that wealth. Healers, trapped. Wanted you drowning. Pills and potions. Pain. Take over the pain. All types of shit, man. I watched that shit. I was like, yo, this changed like real quick. When I was born. It was good for a little second, and then it was like, government cheese. Why are they giving us government cheese when we get food stamps? When we had the books looked like money, didn't it? He was like, that's an illusion too. Like, ha ha, ha ha. Y'all wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention. Like it was like a aha, aha. Like real money, don't it? Them $20 bills. You be happy to take that food stamp $20 bill. What color was that? Purple? Royal. Yeah. You look like you spending like European money, euros. Look like that, like you spending like England, money from England. It look like money, don't it? Just go look at the food stamps, the books, and go look at the different countries' money. Y'all ain't pay attention to that either, did you? It was like an aha, like a smack in the face. Now go pick up your government cheese. Aha. Aha. Which money look like that? I'm gonna go look it up for y'all later. Yeah, what money look like that? Is it England? I think it's England money look like the food stamp. Hopeless. So much magic being thrown. Nobody didn't even see it. Because they took you out your own magic. They got you out of your magic. You was flourishing too much. They need you in this hopeless, impoverished state. I said this earlier. Why I said it earlier and it's coming out again. They need you to be hopeless. The magic that they throwing out, they switched it. They want you to cut ties. Look, stop and smell of roses. Hope. Stop. Smelling roses. Just keep smelling roses. It smells good, don't it? What we're giving you, right? Shut the fuck up. Cutting ties. They want you to cut ties with your ancestors' freedom, standing up, awaken. They want you to cut ties with that. You ain't gonna awaken to who you are. Never. Then why the fuck did you steal us? Pirate. Did you really discover America? Did you discover royalty? That would be my question. Or did you discover something else? Gold. That don't even make no sense. It was already discovered. How you discover it after it's already discovered? No, you discover slaves on private. I said private. So somebody's a private. What's this? Delay, procrastination, too busy. They want to delay. They want to cut ties with your ancestors, or there's consequences to that. Pirate. Bad signals. They want you to pay consequences over time. Over time, you're gonna pay some consequences because not just they know who you are. They know who your ancestors are because they discovered who you was by traveling, exploring. Don't open up that window. I just heard that. They opened up the window to discover who you really was. Your magic spies. They're spies. They went to go spy on the magic that was being done. How can you flourish it? Okay, we're going to go take that over there, and we're going to go mix it in with something else that we got planned because, we're going to get that for ourselves. We want that for ourselves. We need that. And we're going to give you what we want to give you. You ain't going to never discover who you are. They discovered America. Why you can't discover who you are? Now, I don't get they discovered America, but you wasn't going on there exploring or discovering America. You was discovering who the fuck we was. That's what the fuck you was discovering. And see, for what you know, they want to hang you high. They want to lynch you. I know that's right. They want to lynch you for who you are. We're going to lynch you. Ain't nothing different than crucifying. That ain't nothing different. That's a crucifix. That ain't nothing different. Paranoid. They want you always paranoid and hopeless, feeling hopeless about what's going to happen next. Cautious, insecure. What's going to happen next? Am I going to lose a job again? Is this going to happen? Well, who's doing this? Who's doing? Why can't I keep a job? Why is somebody always coming here fucking with me? They're being sent. Long. They want you always longing for a nice life like this. Clinking glasses together and shit. Eating caviar and crackers. Possibilities. Follow your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Recharge. You always gotta recharge. You can't never follow your dreams because you always recharge. Fuck they did. You always paranoid. Like that's the energy they want you in. You ain't gonna see no possibilities. We want you distance from your ancestors. Missing you, less talk. They want you to miss your ancestors. Like, less talk. Laughter. Joy. Remember those days? Happiness, joy, healing. Everybody healing each other. Thanksgiving was, look. They did all this magic, man. You remember on Christmas, everybody decorated their home. Remember Christmas Story? Everybody used to watch the Christmas Story. You gather around, you feasting, you having fun, you got joy, you got laughter. Now, joy. Nobody want to come to nobody's house now, eat. Somebody in the family was on crack. Somebody in the family was an alcoholic. Somebody in the family, whatever. Got hit with magic, some shit like that. Crown chakra. To send out illusion like, you're bad. Try to tell you what's going on for this. And them motherfuckers still up there celebrating. They still, you don't. You probably can't even put up right about now. You ain't even thinking about When Christmas come around, you probably ain't even thinking about it because much money. Can't get a big ass Christmas tree like I used to. I can't buy all those gifts like you. And they sitting back with a damn cigar laughing at your ass. All this magic. They want you out there lusting, catching diseases. It's a pandemic. It's always a pandemic. You ever notice? Ever since the 80s is a pandemic epidemic. It's always something toxic going on. Always something to keep you antisocial. Keep social, not to go around your soul tribe, not to be in a social gathering so y'all can enjoy each other's company, laughter, mix y'all magic with the KN to be manifestors, group up, so that way, listen here, let's all take care of each other. How about that? It was meant to destroy you. Antisocial, I just said it. And everybody fell for the master plan. I just heard master plan, so it's the master plan. So everybody fell for the master plan. And then they'll turn around, you ain't got, like a narcissist will say, you ain't got, we tell you to go do them drugs? Did we tell you to go to the liquor store in the corner? Did we tell you to do that? Did we tell you to cause chaos in your household? Did we tell y'all to fight? Did we tell y'all to do that? Crazy. Good times, good vibes now, live in the moment. But they always want you to have this good vibe today. How? You done suppressed everybody. You done suppressed everybody away from everybody. How? You done suppressed everybody's dreams, hopes. How? You done did so much magic with this. You done destroy communities. How? Did we tell you to shoot off them guns? Did we tell y'all to kill one another? I'm just getting crown chakra magic a lot. And it's like, once you get institutionalized, you know what I'm saying? Once you get institutionalized, it's another thing. You know, put you in that, get institutionalized, you're going to get exhausted. Because they be trying to exhaust off your energy while you're there and then expect you with no help, go back out there, go live the life, and they know you're going to probably repeat because you ain't getting no fucking help. There's help, and then I'll tell you, it's help out there. It's help out there. You got to find it. But your system is designed, even if they go find help, it's going to drive them insane. That's your system. That's that Jim Crow shit. Not to help them. So they're going to do a repeat. When the system's supposed to help them before they come the fuck out. Everybody that goes in the system is supposed to be getting mental health to help them cope with whatever they do. We don't have enough fun. But excuse me, you get about $18,000 for every inmate in that motherfucker. Look it up. You get about $18,000 for every inmate that come in that motherfucker. I forget exactly how much it is. It's $5,000, $6,000 for every inmate that come in that motherfucker. So you got, let's see, $15,000. You got a big ass prison and getting paid that much money. How you don't got mental health to help these people? Even when they come home. If they've been in there, you know, ease their way back into society. Because it does a mental challenge on them. I know because I stayed in there for 2 years. It wasn't for nothing real, you know, bad or anything like that. If I wouldn't have ran, I wouldn't have got no time. I never before, so my little scary ass ran for like 4 years. I ain't afraid to tell my story. You know what I'm saying? They was like, if you wouldn't have ran, you wouldn't have got no time. You know? So I know how it is, like, trying to get, in society, paranoia, and they do that on purpose too. Like, that's that MK Ultra, get you back out there. They start following you. That make it even worse. They start following you. And I told y'all about that story about that boy. That was a setup. Like, I forgot his name, but it was so sad. It was a sad story. And he went through so much torture for years because somebody went and said he coming from a party one night with his friend. And he just going back home. Never made it back home. He ended up doing about 4 years in jail for a backpack that he never stole. Then the torture begins when he get in there. All the time that he in there. I mean, constant lockup, constantly putting him in the hole, when people jumping on him, CEOs jumping on him, all types of shit. 15 niggas jumping. Like, then when he finally get out, he got a suitcase, Jay-Z on his shit, talking to him, had him on a show. He was on Ellen. You could tell he was so drained, so exhausted for what he went through for no reason at all. You know how when it is in jail. I mean, no reason at all. Everybody said he innocent, but he really was. Every time he went to court, they wouldn't let him out. Talking about they waiting for the person that accused him to come. The person all the way in Mexico. The person for years already left and went to Mexico. What's that about? You couldn't never find that out. Like, the prosecutor couldn't never left. They never come to court for 4 years. You couldn't find that out. Every time you come, continue the case. The mother get him out. I guess they say she was powerless, which the bond only $200 and something to get him out. I still don't understand that to this day. The mother and the father, I still can't understand it. It was only $250 to bond him out. And you didn't go bond him out, and he's telling you, when you come up there to visit him, all the shit that he's going through. Or you seeing it on the news. You seeing this on the news. They even had videos of what he was going through on the news inside the jail. Archangel Michael is stepping in. Archangels are stepping in. They know that. That's why they need you to vacate from healing. That's what I'm saying. Not only that, you got your other, coming family. They don't want families to get back together. They want families to be shattered. That was the whole plot on this royal bloodline. And they know you're going to pick that shit up. That was the whole plot. So when you got people coming against you, shit, you impoverished. Yeah, it's a systematic thing that you try to make us impoverished. And it's still our wealth. We know that. We know you owe us something. These people, I told you, these people already know that you're part of some royal bloodline. And they don't never want to try your vibe. They've been doing magic over you all your life, so you'll never find out. So you'll wait, to your royal bloodline, and then be the right, telling the truth and the facts, making sure people get what belongs to them. You don't want motherfuckers to do that shit. You see what they do. They take everybody out that speak truth and facts. Before that happened to that man, I damn sure said there's about to be a whistle. So what they did, went and take him out because he thought he was a whistleblower. Yeah, well, I guess divine ass. So you did that for no reason. I be telling you who's behind all this. I tell y'all all the time, you're probably not in no nightlife right now. For you anyway. It's not, that's where the devils lie at. It ain't, it's not for you. It's not meant for you to be, I told y'all what to do. Big ass tent on Timu, big ass tent. It looked like a damn club. Cost that much. If you got a few, your tribe, your vibe, you want to do the life on the weekend, that you do it that way. You know, if you want to do that, you know, of course, if you're doing something like that, let your town know, let whoever look. On Fridays, we just gonna be having gatherings. It might be a little noisy. We'll cut down this time, 12, 1 o'clock, you know, get your permit, do what you need to do, have a little club. If you got a big yard or whatever, do your thing. Which I don't understand, you gotta do all that anyway. There's always some money involved in something. Why you not allowed this one? Why you not allowed to party? Like crazy. I told you what they want. They want you to just shut the fuck up. Okay? Take your go to fucking bed, get your ass up, and go to work. Even though they got your wealth. And the wealth you getting paid from your paycheck is your shit. But they breadcrumbing you up your shit. They gonna work your ass hard. They gonna work your ass hard. Trying to tell you, you chaos. I tell you, karmics. You motherfucking karmics. It's that chaos. Upheaval, disaster, downfall. That's that chaos magic. You don't believe? I put it on my community board. Maybe I'll put it up there. USA, the land of hoodoo. Learn shit and use it against your ass. Crown chakra magic, solar plexus, your willpower, whatever. Put it through this whole motherfucking world. That shit. Or came where you was at in your community is fucking psychopath. These are psychopaths. The ones that sit up top, they psychopaths. Those are the ones that do the hunting games. That's why they came out with that. Purge. The hunt is on. You motherfucking prey. Psychopaths. These are psychopaths. Straight up. Causing chaos. Upheaval in people's lives. All because of who you are. Drowning. They want you drowning. Over in your head. Overextended. Rock bottom. Told you. What? Who do this? Karmics. Karmic psychopath. Who does this? Think about something like this. We're going to come up with the MK Ultra. Harmony. Peace. When you're in peace and balance. We're going to come up with this Jim Crow shit. Recharge. Feminine energy. They're going to recharge off your energy. Feminine. That's how they get their energy to do this shit. They recharge. They off your energy. Okay. Now we did this. Now we need them to get toxic. After we put this in that community, we need them to get toxic. So now, what happens? You're going to the system. That's even more insanity. And you ain't going to get no help. You ain't going to get no help in the inside. Unless you decide, look, unless you decide as a masculine or a feminine, look, I just went through that traumatizing shit right there. That was very traumatizing. Let me get out. And that's what I did. On my own. I was like, shit. I know I ain't a bad person. You know, shit happens. Or did it just, or did shit just happen? Or shit that just happened. Still take accountability because certain places you shouldn't be at a certain time. You know? Or you just doing it to help somebody else. You know? Did it just so the other person won't, you know, go to jail. Whatever the situation is. You suck it up for somebody else. And it is what it is. And then your time in there. And then, you know, I'm not saying you went crazy or anything. You know, took classes, did what you had to do, got certificates, whatever. When you come back, trying to wean back into society, it's changed. So you have to adjust. They tell you have to adjust. So it's like, okay, you know, you decide yourself, you know, to go get help. A lot of people just get out and say, I don't need no help. I can go right back into adjusting. And then they come right back out and get their ass in some fucking trouble and wonder why. You ain't balance yourself out. Mentally, spiritual. And they know you ain't gonna do that. Oh yeah, they always find Jesus in jail. There's some people that knew Jesus before they went in, but then they get back out in the world, they don't know him no more. And then when they get caught up, now I know Jesus, now it's Allah, now it's this person and this I'm a call on. I always was spiritual, so a lot of spiritual things happening when I was in there. There was a lot of spiritual things that was happening. You know, I had insight on that shit all the time. Help people. Like, they had commissary. If new people came in, I would get a bag because I had a lot of commissary. You know, ain't bragging, ain't boasting. A lot of people got mad about that shit too. I be having like 5 bags in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So why not share with other people that don't have? You know, the international people that was there international. I had gave them order for them international envelopes so they could write their family. You know, and when you do good, you get good. And shit was right along. Like, they were moving. Then the next thing I know, the warden came to talk to me. You know, nice warden. She came to talk to me, and then next thing I know, I was out. You see what I'm saying? The counselor that went and told her, like, she do a lot of nice things for people. The counselor was like, yeah, I get people to come out, you know, from the people from internet. You do, you know, you give us envelopes to write my family. That it's a lot of people that want to be hardcore when they're in there. They don't want to seem soft because then they get advantage or whatever the situation is. But I had hardcore chicks. They used to tell them up, oh, don't fuck with her. You fuck with her. Because I see her heart. She's not a bad person. A lot of people don't belong in here. You know, shit like that. You know, I told you I paid attention to a lot. The story of Joseph always came up. Always came up when I was in there. I read a newspaper or something, Joseph. The story of Joseph in there. I had a pastor because I was in the newspaper. You see what I'm saying? It don't even matter. You're going to be seen. If you're a divine being, you're going to be seen or heard of. I was in there and was in the paper. So that's what I'm saying. Not to brag, not to boast. I can show you that news clipping. On the news, too. The new building on the news. Have people come to the crystal building, the new building they built. So, you know, wherever you at as a divine being, you're going to be seen. People going to know your testimony, wherever you come from. That's just point blank. The reason why the story of Joseph kept popping up. The whole time I was Joseph. And I'm like, what is this about? But I paid attention. I'm like, why does this story keep people going to sell you out for little shekels? And then when you get out, you got motherfuckers still doing the same damn thing. See what I'm saying? Still doing the same old shit. But guess what? At the end of the day, you know, what you gain out of that? You want to sell me out to the king, to the slavery, and the person that you sold me to making me over you. So how that works out in their favor? It never works out in their favor. Even from the last dynasty and the dynasty before, it never works out in their favor. They might seem like it do. Even Atlantis. Motherfucker got jealous over that. Because there's divine beings. Highly vibrational beings. Anywhere there's high vibrational beings, you notice they go destroy it. Anytime there's a rise of civilization, they come destroy it. We could take Black Wall Street. This is just a job to cause fucking chaos. To have people rock bottom. Why? Your guess as good as mine. That's crazy. It don't matter your color. As you've seen, look at JFK. It don't matter your color. If it's anything to do with a rise of civilization and they got to be under you, they feel like they're going to be under you, bye-bye. See ya. Wouldn't want to be here. You're getting too close to something. You're getting chaos because you're getting too close to something. And I'm on that, fuck you, pay me. Fuck all this upheaval and this chaos, psychopath. Fuck you, pay me. I don't give a fuck. That shit weird as fuck. Yeah, that was George Floyd. When that riot came out and them bricks was just being placed. Y'all didn't recognize that? Just go back and look at that, the riots. And you'll see a stack of bricks surrounded by some police paper on tape. Just show up there. To cause chaos. Throw the magic, cause chaos, and then they looking around like, we didn't do that. That. Two-faced it. These are motherfuckers just two-faced as hell. They act like they helping, but you're not. You want people to drown. Rock bottom. And this is why this volcanoes, until you give them what they came here for, the rise of civilization and their wealth, you're just going to be having volcanoes, air disasters, okay, fire disasters, flood disasters. That's why these karmas are about to go in isolation. My archangel, my ancestors is about to put these psychopaths that cause chaos, trying to have people shatter and all that. That's healers. They're about to be trapped in their own fucking civilization is going to happen. New heaven, new earth. Hopeful. Like hope. They know what the hell going on. They know exactly what's going on. And that man, I can't think of is, whoever that man is, they did that to show you. That was for you to see. I didn't watch it. I just started hearing about it. I don't really watch the news. I just watched it a little bit, like seen it come down my timeline, and I wasn't interested. I don't know what he was involved in. Like, I know he was doing speeches, whatever, talking, but I never got deep into the details of it because I know it's psychopaths behind it. I try to stay away from them because you're not going to brainwash me. So when it comes down my timeline, I see the title of it. I'm like, oh, that's how inciting you'll get, how ascended you'll get if you just look at the swipe it. Because it's upheaval, it's chaos, and it's something to get you brainwashed again and get you paranoid. I'm trying to tell you what it's all about. They want you paranoid. And hopeless, feel hopeless. Like, there's no hope. I know I will just be quiet. Ain't no use of fighting. This is exhausting. There's so much tension. It's very exhausting. But you got your ancestors. Your ancestors about to mollywop these motherfuckers. They already been getting mollywopped. They know it. That's why you need to, because we know this chaos, because you might got some chaos. They coming back on us. I told you. In a civilization as you know it. You could be a part of it. To start this new heaven and earth and get rid of these wicked motherfuckers that have been practicing magic for a long time. Using your own shit against you. Your own wrath against you. You didn't do wrath. They switched this shit up. You had peace and harmony. They could have kept their ass where the fuck they was. Don't you open up that window? Don't go exploring. Then I say, keep your ass out the Garden of Eden. Once you kick the fuck out, ain't no use to coming the fuck back. You know too much. That's basically what it said. It said don't eat from that tree of knowledge. Third eye is open. Their third eye was open. That's why they got kicked out. Now you know. Go ahead out in the world. Now you know what to do. You open, you awaken. Go ahead out. Okay? I'm trying to tell you. That's what it's all about. That third eye, man. That awakening. That shit get you fucked up from these motherfuckers that want to continue to get away with their fucking sorcery, their witchcraft, and they bullshit to balance things out in their favor. Certain people is not allowed to wake up. Certain people is not allowed to wake up. Now, was he chosen? Watch him. If you got a third eye, watch his speeches. That's all you gotta do. You'll figure it out. That wasn't a. They gonna. Since y'all gotta pay attention. Every time I do a reading about a whistleblower, they end up taking somebody out. But they want to take these devils out. I wonder if that's the whistleblower. We don't give a fuck. Take them out. I wonder if that's the whistleblower that's going to whistleblow on us. We don't need whistleblowers when we're awake ones. We are already see-through. Those who know, know. Those who know, speak the fuck up. And let everybody else know what the fuck is going on. Who's not awakened so they can awaken. I just told you. Media. Swipe it. No. Look at the title. No. You don't even gotta listen to it. They try to brainwash you. That's part of magic. Not telling the full story. Not telling both sides of the story with truth and facts. Weighing them scales. That's another reason why they ass getting in trouble. Due to media. Lying. Deceiving. Mayat. Energy. Weighing them scales, you wicked. You spitting out wicked magic. That's what you're doing out your fucking tongue. That's magic. Then not only that, you try to really do a fucking. It seemed like Marie Laveau over again. It seemed like you're on a witch hunt. But Marie Laveau wasn't a witch. This starting to seem like the same shit. Oh, that's what happened when I was walking. I don't know why, but the upload I got. What? I'm trying to get the exact words. It said treaty, 100-year treaty, a promise of 100-year treaty. It was a promise of a 100-year treaty with Marie Laveau. She has returned. That's what I heard. I heard that when I was walking up the road. It's supposed to be a 100-year treaty between her and the Illuminati. They're supposed to keep that promise. They're supposed to keep that promise and something like that. And she returned. And I had to stop. I was like, why would I get that message? Walking up the road, 100-year treaty and between her and the Illuminati, but she returned. She here. That's what I heard. She here. So it is what it is. Beyond boundaries. So you can go beyond boundaries. Don't let these people put fear in you. You got protection. Trust me. Most of the time, when they try to come up against you or try before they try it, you're going to see it's going to be a natural disaster wherever they at. Wherever they stand at. Your ancestors won't even allow them to come near. Even though they did, you go back home, what happens? A natural disaster. And stillness. That's why all you gotta do is be still and just open up your third eye and be still. You're gonna be seeing a lot of things spiritually now that you awaken. You know, after that full moon, that 9/9 portal that opened, the Aquarius full moon and stillness. All you gotta do is be still. Divine embrace. Divine is embracing you right now. Don't have no fear. Like I said, it's your roots. Deep healing. You getting deep healing from your ancestor spirit, God. Divine light. And that's what it's all about. Hokey pokey. It's something about leadership. That's keep popping up. Leadership, it popped up in these cards. It's something about they don't want to be beneath you. You need to be a slave. Like this a long time. Why? This is all over wealth. Well, since you want to ask that question, all I'm going to say, just ask the divine why. You read your Bible, don't you? No, you do. You read the Bible to do spell work, Wiccan, and all the other stuff. And trying to be out here fooling somebody. Use the Bible as a spell book. And think nobody don't fucking know. When the real divine beings get metaphors out of it in codes. Stop playing around with me. Rising Phoenix. Y'all the Rising Phoenix out here. Trust in the divine timing. You know what I'm saying? Mirror, reflection, mirroring the cosmos. Y'all mirroring the cosmos right now. You know what that means, right? Extraterrestrial beings is about to start giving real uploads while you sleep or while you wait. And it did have astral travel. What's this? Because it's just stuck. This is just sitting here. Earth disaster. Y'all part of this, you don't even know it. While y'all doing y'all awakening, anybody that's while you're awakening trying to come towards you, this is why all this shit happening. They coming forward trying to, we need to unalive them. We don't want them to be a leader over us. We don't want the rise of civilization. Well, I'm not keeping it the way it is. I like it the way it is. What way is it? It's famine, high prices. What are you doing? What are you doing? Somebody need to rise to a civilization out this. Practicing magic on land. That's why the vegetables and the fruits ain't like it used to be. Shift and there's about to be a shift. It's already was a shift. Those who know. Those who don't, just stay in the field. If you're paranoid, don't go to the gate. Plain and simple. You hear what they use, don't go to the gate. Just let everybody else go out there and do the damn work then. Nat Turner. Call to authenticity. You're being called to authenticity, bridge of dreams. Everybody's being called to do your job. Light of truth. You have fear, don't even bother. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. You see my little short self out here Defeating motherfuckers, I myself. Nothing but wisdom. And third eye popping. Know they moves. Oh yeah, we know it's danger when they're afraid of you. Trust that. It's gonna be dangerous. But like I said, if you got fear, don't even go near the gate. Just stay right there where you at. But when the rise of civilization happened, a new heaven, a new earth, don't even bother to come. Where you were standing at. Nothing vibrating for you, nothing. You just keep your ass right there. Stay impoverished. Impoverished. Who made up that word impoverished? Where did it come from? I just mentioned all those things right there, even slavery. You was good. Why they had to come bother you? To make you impoverished. Or they saw you as power. We're going to come give you a better life. Just come work for us. Servant, we're royalty. We don't work for no fucking body. We just went through so much fucking shit from all the way in ancient days of being slaves, where Moses had this all in the Bible, how Moses had to free people and all this other stuff. But then you come make us impoverished. Again and again and again and again, you doing this. Dynasty, century after dynasty after dynasty. We're good. Why y'all always gotta come bother us? Because you're a demon. Let's just be honest. You're a fucking demon. You always gotta come around with somebody good. They laugh, they enjoy. They got the light. They flourish, and here you come. Damn devils. They of God. No, you're not. You devils. That just do a lot of wicked and magic. Child. So when people come like this in your life, that, you know, want to make you powerful, when people like this, on a frequency like this, knowing that you the light, you know who you are. When people come along like this in your life, I just take it all the way back to me, personally. You know, slavery. You're trying to enslave me all over again. That's their intentions. To have you impoverished. You're going to be permanent. But these are the same people that read their Bible. We say you don't have no master but God. I only serve one master, and that's God. Why these people want you to be their servant so bad? That would be your master, right? No sense to me. Fuck out of here. For life. Okay? Get on it. Or just stay right where you at. That's just point blank. Secrets of time. You don't know it's a time, okay? Secrets of time is, to me, is like you're far gone. You're mirroring the cosmos. You like, they know leap years ahead of these motherfuckers. You gonna have so much hidden knowledge. It's like high priest. So much hidden knowledge about shit. They gonna wonder where it come from. That's another reason why they come from you. Like, where did this come? You know where the fuck it come from because you already know us. Why the fuck we gotta answer that question when you already know? That don't make no sense. Anyway, shards of memory. These motherfuckers gonna be about to be shards of memory. It's a rise of civilization. That's plain and simple. Thank y'all for joining my channel. I'm gonna have to come back and do cold case files, or I might do the spirit box. I like the spirit box. I might do the spirit box and then the cold case. All right. But anyway, love you.